Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Out. Hey. Hey, Echo.
Check, 45 the mic.
Hey, come on. 22 jet bombers. Jim. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go.
Banjo.
Hey, Foxtrot.
2nd and 11. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, McKinnon. He's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards, first down Niners. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Mostert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hatchet.
This is Mostert. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Ready? 15, line. 15 line.
Watch the twist. Shift.
Go! Check line 54. Line 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Screen play, McKinnon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ready.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
61, matchbox light. Go.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
218, chop,
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready? Blue ready.
Check safety.
Hey, let's get him to slam.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Swing, double thing.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Check 52.
Check 43.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. Blue ready.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Switch.
Green, triple team.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue ready.
Mike's by 4. Target.
Flip it.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, one more. Orbit.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Stop your body.
6-6, pull it high.
Press down. Watch safety green. Safety's creeping.
Yep.
Go.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check Mike 45. Watch the screen.
Now Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
80 weapons.
Check 26, check 26. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Look at me. Zipper.
Quick.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Move. Everyone got 4 down.
Hey.
45. Mike, 45.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Kill. Check 3.
Hey, stop.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Black 25 behind.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. Shit. Watch the shit. 36.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 3. Easy. Hold. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Hey. Getting some penetration.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
20.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Echo. 56.
They'll try to throw now. Winston eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Ready? White 25.
Mike 54.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Green, 17.
Right there. Delta. Right there. 54 Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him go.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gay knocks this one through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully punts.
2nd and 9 now. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
Go. 5.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down, and the 49ers have now taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Niners 7, Buccaneers 3. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Wait. SOS. Switch. Mike,
Winston. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
intended for Mike Evans.
right there.
Incomplete.
Dead, baby.
Markello Witherspoon on the coverage.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
It's our time. Follow.
From the gun, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready. Check right 54. Right 54. Get that quarterback. And on. Green, triple T. Check three. Watch the safety creep.
Final play of the half here. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready? Black 22.
54. I got you. I got you. Shift. Check three.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Turn off.
Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Watch twist. Shift.
On 1st down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check pass. Kill.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Watch out. Check 90.
Hey, stop.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You. Kill.
Follow.
Say.
Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check your hot read. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Got it.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Set. 18, Gator.
Set the tone, defense.
Go.
45, Mike, 45. Watch the run.
Now.
On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Wait. Get wide. Look at me. Nice.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Yo.
2nd and 5 now. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Green, triple team. Check 25.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. 56. Watch the run. They're running it.
Here's Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, wait. Watch the ship. Mike's 54.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready? Black 22.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Push him back. Push him back.
Jameis again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Follow.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D4, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Yes.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, San Francisco.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 54. You got to get the ball. Until you get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey! Ready?
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Check the backer.
Even.
Again, it's Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
46-yard line.
Ready? Sack. What goes out?
Tight dog.
Green, cover C.
Zoom.
First down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Put that team on the box. Flip it, flip it, flip it. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Barber on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, they go with Barber again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mike.
Ready, black 25.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Easy, easy, easy.
Check the call, check the call. Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Green, triple team.
Check, check, check.
They'll try it now with Barber. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Black 22.
50, Mike, 50. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Five on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 24.
Winston now. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Slam, slam, slam. Swing.
Hey, stop.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 2nd down, Barber. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Drop deep, drop deep. Silver, silver. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
To throw, Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, let's go.
Okay, ready?
45. Mike, 45.
Greystone, travel.
I got you. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Go.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, 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 check.
Yep.
I got it. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
Hey, rock to go.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 44 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the 24, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.